Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey, it's Ligo time again. So, we've been jumping all over the place, haven't we? We came to the Big Star World, and it was easier than expected. I was expecting super brutal puzzles. I know there are super brutal puzzles in this, and I guess I've had a bunch already, but I'm still very, very scared. It's always weird when arrow keys on a world map like this aren't bi-directional. So here's me pressing left from the orange star to the green star. Here's me pressing right to that orange star instead. Sure. I mean, could that make sense? Yeah, it could make sense in terms of like one way you could implement that is you look for the nearest star. Like if you draw a kind of 90-degree cone out to the left of the star that I'm on, indicating left, and then find the nearest star in that direction, that could be that one. In fact, the other one would be down from there, which it is. But then if you from here were to draw a 90-degree cone out to the right, it would include the bottom one, and it's also closer. So that might be the logic that's going on there. This is very weird. So, one of the ideas I had last time was to head back here and see... I mean, we just have like levels that I haven't done. I guess the question is, how do I get to them? I think just a block would help me get there though, which I have right here. Why did I run away from this world? I don't know. Over the top. Over the top. So there's two of us. It's basic mechanics, just us and the block. We want to squish you, which means just being wide. We want to be wide. So why is that difficult? Because we're not offset from each other, but we can be offset from each other. But we also need to be facing the other way. That's not true. It is not true at all. So then, how do we get the block up is the next question after that. Okay. So we obviously have ways to get the block off our heads. If I were to... I think I just want to take the block back up, but put it down... Ooh, hold on. Can I do this? Do this? Ooh. Can I do that but face the other direction? Like that. And then what? I don't think I can get this off my head in a good way anymore. Okay, let's just double check. If we have the block down here, we cannot, take it to the top. That's not going to happen. Okay. We also can't drop it off our heads at the top. Off with our heads. And then, so we need to have put it up there, I think. So why did I not just keep going? Well, because, okay, so that's the thing. I can't ever go up here and drop the block up there, even if I'm holding it. But I can drop it. Wait, wasn't it not up there to begin with? No, it was like this. Can I not just go up facing leftwards then? Oh, it'd have to be left. Okay, I see. On here. You go up, drop it this way around. Then we just go up as a pair? Yeah, okay. Pretty simple puzzle. I think I was expecting it to be more difficult, but I guess that's because I ran away to other worlds and this is just the first world. Okay. Trapped below. Are we really trapped below? I'm like having recollections of having done this puzzle when I played the demo way back. I don't remember what the solution was, but like the layout... Maybe the title is making me think I've been here before. So ultimately, what do we need? I think we need to be too tall, holding a block in our hands. I'm having vague recollections that maybe we leave a block on top of that, or maybe that was just an idea that I considered previously. In fact, I don't love that as an idea, because how would I get it there without already being too tall? And then I'd be holding it on the wrong side of me. So yeah, I don't love that idea at all. I prefer the idea of just leaving it here. So in what way are we trapped? We can use those walls to do a bunch of moving around. I guess you can... You could come down. Oh, let's not do that. Let's maybe offset and then go that way. I would like to somehow get you on that side. That feels better. Get it on your head. You come up here. Then can I grab it off your head? Ooh. Let's get further away. Oh, even further away. There we go. Oh, no. Could I be less far away? Like maybe if we can... How do we set up the situation where we don't actually join? If we're like facing each other, which is a thing that can happen. I can never remember how. Okay, how do I face rightwards without you falling? I don't know if I can. Yeah. I wonder how similar this is to the time that I played this level in the demo. I think I just want to, I do just want to grab it, because otherwise there's no other way to leave it up here, which feels like the problem. Ooh. Interesting. Sort of. Is it that interesting? If I were facing left, but I won't be facing left. Okay, well this is lovely. We're having a great time. Oh, just go here. Oh, could I have done that ages ago? I could have just done that ages ago, couldn't I? Okay, so that's that. Then we get these in line with each other again. Okay, this is easy at this point. Right down, do that. There we go, grab it. Alright, oh, there we go. Didn't quite squish it. Alright, we've got another block here. I guess we never did the lore in this place. Oh, it's here. It only requires 2 blocks. How easy is it to do? Well, this is going to fall, and that is actually bad. So let's do this instead. Oh, not that. This. Okay, just get the other one. Just get the other one. Like sometimes I'm just falling to who knows what, because I can't see far enough down. Can you like scroll in this game? No. You don't get to see the map. Oh. Oh. Okay, so we need you to begin with to get the other one, which we had used previously to the same trick. Oh, we could just drop you now. There we go. Let's go to the other side of you. Ta-da! It's weird. I expect more of an effect from this. Like it sort of just lights up. It's like it should be like a kind of... I could imagine a kind of one of those screen space ripple effects or something. A faint shift, a quiet signal within, slips by unnoticed. Life moves forward unbothered. Faint shift, a quiet signal within, slips by unnoticed. Life moves forward unbothered. Who knows what these mean? Almost like little... They're not haikus, but they're a little bit like haikus. Is there more here? Did I just see one actually over on the right? Yes, I can see one there. So there is more, so if we want to know what 100% looks like for an area, we might have to go and do that one. Ooh, maybe we can drop to there. Interesting. Let's do that. Let's take this. I might be overcomplicating this, but I saw that this was an option, so I'm doing it. Let's go to the top of that and then go get the other one again. I want to be on the other side of this. Do that. Go all the way to the top. La 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 la. I think then bring these both down and then do this. Do Do I need this as well? I don't know. I don't think so. At least not for this one. The Fall. It's an interesting film, The Fall. I think there's actually quite a few films called The Fall. I'm referring to the one with the girl that's in hospital, and it has, what's his name? Lee Pace in it? Is it Lee Pace? The guy from Pushing Daisies. If that helps narrow it down. Okay. So interestingly, the squid is in an awkward position because there's no wall in any direction from it. Very awkward. So maybe I just want to like shift it down a little bit, but not too much. Something like that. And then... but I don't know how I would shift it down, but not too much. Because like, basically we need a block over its head. Or something. It could be me over its head. And then like me, potentially two of me. But at best we'd fall all the way to here. And then the squid be there. Which is too far down. Okay, so something else we could do. This is the interesting layout. We're not shifting you upwards. Shifting you leftwards is clearly bad. That's never going to get you against the wall. So yeah, downwards and against this wall seems like the most likely thing to happen. If that's the case, then... How do we do it? So we want to lower you, but not too far. Oh, okay. In which case, we want to be like, hanging too tall, block here, and then you get pushed down to this place, and then we'd figure out the rest. Okay, let's just do that bit for now. Let's just do that bit for now. Once we join, we're not splitting, so we have to do everything as a too tall thing. I don't know if we do that immediately or not. Actually, there's also problems of even getting attached to each other. Seems to be quite tricky. We can spread further apart, but that seems to be about it. We can get on the other side of each other. Interesting. Can we both grab the thing? Is there going to be something even weirder here? Like, oh, like we form some kind of like Z shape? Ah, hold on. If I go up, grab that. Is there some way... Oh, no, you're going to let go no matter what happens. I don't see how this does anything for me, but it seems interesting. You'd have to do that. Well, this is weird. I mean, I can't even go up there, so how does that make sense? I can get these together, so maybe I should just focus on that for now. If we do that though, how do we even go anywhere? That's a good question. I mean, I can get to there, I guess. But that isn't useful? Huh. We were saying we want to be too tall though. But maybe I'm wrong. Because I don't see how I go anywhere. Unless we do the thing I was just thinking about. How does that help me though? Does it help me? Oh, maybe it does help me. Standing here, block. And then I'm not sure which way around these would be. But like, two things here and here. Yeah, that's totally what we do. We squish it against this wall. And then we just move to the left. Yeah, okay. Cute. I was having the right idea. Does that mean... And that allows us to get across the top gap as well. If they're like offset like that though. Can I get around here without you falling? No. So they both need to be holding it from the left. But if I do that, then don't we have a problem later? If they're both holding it from the left, then when we fall, we land like here and here. You would be here and here, which is good. And you could go down and nudge this down. But we'd want to catch you. However, if I move left, we would fall. So that wouldn't be good. No, we want this the other way around somehow. Okay, how does that work? By leaving one up there and then coming back around? But that's not possible because I can't come down this way. How did we begin like this? I mean, this is also interesting, actually. This is interesting. Like, but yeah, if we were just in the other arrangements, because then you'd fall, that would be fine. The other ones stay there. Okay, so how do I... I can't go over the top now, unless I do this, then I can. And I think I could offset them again, if I want to. You can even get on top if you want. Do you want? I don't think you want. So I guess I want to separate these because, and then take this up like that, and then oh gosh, and leave it there for now. Then, ooh, could I catch you? Or maybe I could catch you. Can I get them closer to each other? Yes. Okay. So do this. Interesting. Interesting. Why is that useful? Then we've got a leftwards facing one up here, but way too early, right? Yeah, way too early. What am I doing? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Goodbye. Do I think that's how this ends? I think so, because that also makes sense with like this space here. Because like what we do is one of us would fall here with a oh no, that wouldn't even catch us. Oh, okay, so no, I'm wrong. Okay, for this to catch us, we do need to be facing to the right. So maybe I'm just wrong about who squishes you. It'd have to be like that so that we land on the flower. Because the block landing on the flower won't catch us. Okay. So we do this. There's another one up here, like this, I guess. Yeah. Then you fall down to here. I can erase as well, can't I? There we go, look at that. You fall down to here. Then we want to shift you. But if we shift left, then we fall. No, I've clearly got this wrong, haven't I? Because we do ultimately need you to be on here like that to catch this. Okay, so how do I make you fall like that, I guess is the question. Maybe. So So that means one of them's got to be holding it from the right, which can happen. Like, it's actually pretty easy. Let's ignore the other one. So just like land. Oh no, but I'm not landing there. So then do we both need to be holding this? Both holding one, which we did have as a situation at some point. Then we can keep moving to the left without falling. Or this one's balanced on top, I guess, is another option. Although, nah. Because I don't think I'd be able to get them off the top of each other. So this one, no, both of them holding one thing. So then we get over here, and we have this, this, this. However, I then do not have a way of like letting these two go down without the block just ending up where I don't want it. Although you can just pick it up again and go up. But then the other block is fallen as well. Unless there's a way of avoiding that? What would be the way of avoiding that? Where could the other block be right now? I gotta use it to move this squid down. It could be on top of my head, and I could knock it off with this ledge, but then it would fall down. That wouldn't be good. Why did I undo that for? One thing this doesn't have is a redo. Obviously we could go down here as the set of 3. If we dropped, you'd get pushed down to here. The squid would go to the bad place. Okay, so we don't want the bad place. We want one to be here and here. That feels like the answer. Although, why is this platform here in the first place? They could have had just the flower. So then maybe the block does get dropped and we pick it back up and then we stand up. Okay, so if that's the case, then it's also interesting that this is here as well, as though we want to push left against this wall or something. Maybe I have completely the wrong ideas. No, maybe. What was my original idea? To have 2 tall, I could just nudge it down by 1. Oh, that does feel better, because like if I have the 2, but I can't cross the gap if I'm too tall. Isn't that the issue? Maybe I can become too tall on the other side somehow. So the issue, so the reason too tall feels good, we're like that, and we're like that. We push this down, 1, and you end up here, and we're still hanging on to here. Then we can move rightwards, and we land here with this. Then we can drop the block on there, go down, pick it up again, and then we'd have it at the top, and then we could squish it to the left. That feels intended. So therefore is the question, like, how do we get over and then form a double tall thing? Maybe can I figure out how to, so if you go up and then, or if you go up that is too tall, but it's not enough to get across the gap. So we need to do like a ferrying thing first using blocks. Ah. Okay, when did I put that block there? Then. Okay, but with you staying on this side of this, we have a problem. Can I get these close to each other? Sure. So get you on that side of it. Can we get these both to be holding at the same time? Oh. No? So they're facing the opposite. No, they still do attach. Oh, but that's... no, they can't attach from... They can't hold on from both sides, can they? Is the problem there. Also, there's other problems. It's so hard to like make these do what I want them to do. Yeah, you can't hold on from both sides, so that's not going to help. So therefore you need to be on the left of that. Yeah. Okay, so if the only way of getting across there is to like be... Oh, hold on, it'd have to be... Maybe I'm overcomplicating it. Maybe it's like this. So these two and that. Climb up, go left. No, because then the bottom one would fall. So the bottom one's... If I make a shape like this, a Z shape, then one of them's going to fall, regardless, right? Okay, so the only way to get them across together is to both be holding onto the same box. And then somehow we make them join. Somehow. So both holding onto the same box gets them to here. But then if we let go, they're going to fall. So that's obviously nonsense. Interesting. This is a tricky one. I'm probably just not seeing the right arrangement, maybe? Maybe? Wait, hold on. I can rule out the too tall thing, because how do I even get into this position with the block there? I can't. Okay, so we're not too tall. Okay, so we're not too tall. But that makes... I'm still suspicious about this though, but... Because I cannot get into that position doing that. I cannot slide the thing. In fact, I can't ever slide a block into there. Okay, so instead, it's got to be dude here, block here. It's got to be. And then this goes down, but we don't want it to go too far. So therefore, this means dude here, thing here. Okay. Now, how does one do that? I don't know, I don't know. Can the dude and the block just be on top of here and then separate out somehow? Oh, this does feel like a good ending, doesn't it? Then you just squish leftwards. It does feel like a good ending. Okay. So there needs to be a leftwards holding, although maybe that you aren't leftwards holding, we drop a block down here, then you come down here, and then you become leftwards holding and you climb back up. Like, maybe that's doable. I'm not entirely sure, because there'll be stuff going on with the dude that's up here at that point. But if we're split like this, like I said, we're going to fall. The bottom one will fall. And if they fall with the dude here, then we have a problem. Because then they just keep falling forever. So they'd have to fall, but if you're holding something, you'd have to be this way around. Unless, like, you aren't holding anything. Although, how do you get anywhere? If that's the case. What? How do you... get anywhere? And if we land here like this, there's no way to like rotate around, right? No, like we could get over to here, so you're holding the block on there, but then if I drop, we're dead. What if it's on your head? I don't think I can get stuff on my head here. No, that's not true. I can drop them on. If it's on my head at this point, I still don't think I can do anything with that. What if there's something on, like if we're here, block, left, that falls to there, then in theory the other one could come and do some stuff. This isn't feeling good, is it? Because then you need a block. Where are you going to get that block from? Well, so this is a difficult one. That can't happen. That cannot happen. So it's going to be this. There's going to be a block here. Or we're too wide or something. It's called the fall. Well, yeah, we're trying to fall here and catch ourselves or whatever, aren't we? That is the whole point. That's why this is here. It's a platform that's like higher up, which is good. We can't be holding... Like if we drop... In fact, so just moving left there. So we can't be standing in this position ever. If we move into this position, then we are falling immediately. That is interesting. That's worth noting. Okay, so the actual previous position we're in is this. Yeah. And since we're in that position, what do we want to happen? We want to move left and for there to be the right setup down here somehow. Now what if the block were already down here somehow and then the dude were here? Well, that wouldn't work. You'd move leftwards. I don't think there'd be any way to separate them. No. So what the heck? So we go left from there, and everything else has to work out. So we go left from there, and we're gonna fall, and we need to not push you too far. So not to here. There or there would be fine. So to go to there, we'd have to go like end up here. I don't think there's anything that could catch us. So here and here is where we're going to end up. And something has to catch us. And the only way I can see that happening, well, I guess we could just have two things stacked as an alternative thing. I guess. Ish. And then maybe in all that chaos we could grab this block still. This is here so that we can go down, turn left, go up, grab this block. Yeah, there's totally going to end up being a block there. Alright, and then we can just go up and squish you. Maybe this is a layout that's achievable somehow? I don't see how though. I don't see how we'd get across this gap in order to do that. Maybe we never do that, maybe we just go this way. I don't think that's possible either. Like once you're down here, you basically can't move left one. Can't move right. Wow, this is tricky. Struggling I am. Like I don't get how I'd even, if I had the other dude above this, how I'd even like stop you from going left. I guess if there was a block here, and then you'd fall, the block would still be up there, they would fall, they'd push the squid too far down. So that doesn't work. Okay, so instead, what do we do instead? And we can't be in this kind of shape, like yeah, like this, because then you would just fall immediately and we die. If we were in this kind of shape, you would fall to here, but you're the wrong way round to be useful. Yeah, there's no way out of that. Okay, so this one has to be at the bottom. And this one has to be at the top in this formation, but somehow you need to drop to here. I cannot see how that's ever going to happen. Maybe it can't. Maybe I have completely the wrong idea. Do I have completely, maybe not completely the wrong idea, but some wrong ideas? Maybe we... If we had the fall, move to here, we've got the block here. We don't want to fall too far. What the heck? What the heck? And we can't even go across in that shape, can we? Because you would fall. Yeah, if we make a Z shape, then we have to be an actual Z shape, not an S shape, to even get across in the first place. Okay, I haven't thought about that enough, have I? I can't actually get across in this kind of formation, the S shape, because the first bottom one would just fall immediately. Okay, so then if we're going across in that kind of layout at all, it has to be a Z shape. And if that's the case, then what kind of Z shape would make most sense? Well, then the one that's behind is falling, and it's landing here. So therefore it has to be the wrong way around, so that doesn't work at all. Okay, so we're not going across in Z shape. I think that is my problem. I'm focusing too much on that. Okay. What are we doing instead then? Does that mean we're going across both holding onto a single block? And if so, then what? Hold on, if we did that and then we move left here, then we fell. Well, the block's can't be on here, can it? It would have to be on there to stop the squid going too far down. But it can't be on there. So instead... What? Okay, let's say we come across in that kind of formation and we're like this, and then we let go. Like, what does that do that's useful? I guess it sends those two down there, but then where's the other block at this point? Like on top of you, but then that also ends up down there. Which doesn't feel great. No, we need the other block with us. It could be on your head. If it's on your head and these two are holding this block, then what can we do? We can let go. These two fall, they end up down here, like this. They can then pick this back up again if they want to, all that kind of good stuff. But then this is on your head, and so we have this situation. Then what can you do about that? You can obviously nudge it off your head, but it's just gonna fall. It's just gonna fall. You can't like grab as you're falling, that's not a thing. I was thinking like, oh, what if it was actually this layout? There we go. This layout. Then we let go. You land down there. There's a block here. There's a block here. There's this. And then I guess you walk onto here, but that will do nothing. That'll do absolutely nothing. You need to have gone down some amount, so we need a block with us. Okay. So back to it being on your head. We drop. And then we've got this on our head. Amazing. I'm sure I could move left and it would fall, but it would just fall past me. So I don't think that is right. I can't see a way to make that work. Is there anywhere else this block could be? Well, it has to be held by somebody, or on top of their head. On top of your head? I don't think that makes anything better. That was a great square I just drew. Okay. I mean, how easy is it to start doing some of these formations? Maybe like it would make things simpler if I just went and did it. Okay, there's the other problem of like, how do you even join? Like both hold the same direction. There's a way of doing it, but I don't remember how. Like you have to both be facing the same way somehow. I guess that makes you face that way. Okay. Like that. It does go as a cross. Maybe I can just make this work somehow. Well, that puts you there. That feels bad. Can't squish you upwards. I'm not bringing you back up again. Okay. That indeed does put you there. I can't lift those up to you though. I also cannot go to the right. That's also interesting. Can I go to the right at all? Ooh, that's a constraint I hadn't realized. Cannot go to the right at all unless I do this, then I can go to the right, okay. But only one. Oh, this is interesting. Ah, but you just still didn't fall. Can I squish you up into your feet? No, the answer is no, but it was an interesting question. I can push you there. I don't think that's useful. You need to have a block with you. I've got 2 blocks here and I don't need 2 blocks. So how do we make that happen? Is there some sneaky trick I can do? We can kind of get to a lot of places in this formation, which is interesting. Goodbye. Okay, I think we could also get that on your head pretty easily as well, so why don't I try that? Can I? I have to get them close together first. But now you're on top, that's not what I wanted. Do this. Oh, no. No, you're still on top. You're still on top. Ah. I'm not sure I can get on top of your head. I mean, can I just get and do that. Then you can be that one. Get 2 apart. Then do the thing like that. Okay, this is the other arrangement. Let's just see if we can get anywhere with it. So we can do that. We can drop you. We can drop you here, which is like potentially dealable with, whatever I'm saying. And sure, you could fall that way. Exactly as I thought it would go. Are these just complete dead ends? I cannot tell. I don't need to fall that far. I have no way of not falling that far though. What the heck? We cannot go over in the Z shape or an S shape. Those are both problematic. As far as I can tell. I want to not fall that far. Therefore, there's got to be a creature down there already standing on the little plant. Therefore, you've got to go down there. Go down. Can they just hold each other? Have I ever tried that? Let's get those out of the way. I think those need to be around. To even get them, I wouldn't be able to get them into the into adjacent columns without them starting to look at each other. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Or would it? Hold on. Because now they're facing the same direction, but then we can also go up and do this. Okay, then can we like get rid of the stuff? Grab each other. Give each other a hug. That'd be a fun little detail if you could give them a hug. Even if it wasn't mechanically relevant. Is this kind of layout interesting for something? No. I don't think so. I'm definitely considering stopping this puzzle for now. Coming back to it later. Because who knows, maybe coming back to it could reveal something to me. I was really wanting to know what 100% looks like 100% of a world. What other weird things could we do? You need a block with you. Otherwise you go too far. Or maybe a different way it could end, slightly different way it could end, is we make a new floor. Whether it's me or a block, probably a block. Then the other one has a block and squishes down. So rather than making a platform and then squishing left, we make a new floor for you and squish you into that floor. It's still complicated, if not impossible. So, I mean, so we're in this situation then. Yeah, basically, you need to be heavy still. And I don't know how to do that. I don't know how the one on the left can be heavy still after doing this. What if we take over one at a time? Can I drop? Sure I can. Can I? Oh. The too tall idea definitely doesn't work yet. Can we... Okay, let's go offset again like this. More so. Oh, don't die. So then, can I take just this one? Sure. Well, then we go back and get the other one? I don't see how that's ever going to happen. Especially without this one just dying. I feel like once we're over here, we kind of have to be over here doing stuff. Mm-hmm. It really feels like that, doesn't it? Once again, Z shape, we'd just fall. We would absolutely just fall. Well, one of the sets would make it across, the other one would just fall. Ah, but you could be a floor. Yeah, okay. So Z shape could work if we're making this arrangement. Like you just walk back into that position. So then, hold on. So then, let's just restart so I can draw up there. So Z shape like this. This one falls, and it's going to go down here, land on here, and become the floor here. That works. That works. Okay, Z shape that way around. How do we do it? That's the answer. That is totally the answer. And it actually also seems like a much easier thing to do than many other things I've been trying. I think I need to get these close together for a moment so they don't fall. And then maybe also I have to swap them around. I guess I could just let it drop on you. Wait, this is a... Is this a Z shape in the right way? You can go up. Yeah, this is good, right? And then we're done, aren't we? It was that simple. Oh, it was almost that simple. Shift one more. There we go. How weird. I squished the squid. Ooh, area cured. Between the two halves of my body. My body, the squid was engulfed by my body. That's curious. Area cured. Okay. Now we know what it says when we complete an area. Cured it from the squids. I don't know if that also includes the squid block things. Does it do anything to this thing over here? No. What about the portal, which I think is up at the top, is it? Maybe? Isn't that way? There it is, I saw it. How do I get there? So I just had my end condition wrong. That's all it was there. Get the end condition correct, and then it's fine. I mean, there were just lots of potential options, it seems. Ah, okay, so it puts a little golden ring around the thing. Okay, cool. That's how you know when you're done with an area. This game's going to be huge. Alright, see you next time, folks, and we'll... I don't know, we'll go somewhere. I'll decide then. Alright, goodbye.